Good evening, everyone. This is Robert, RJL 518, welcoming you to another edition of World War II Leader by Dan Viersen Games. This is the continuation of Tiger Leader, and this is the Poland Mokra 1939 campaign that we've chosen. And we are doing the cutoff objective. This is week 2 of this campaign and battle number 2. And this time, I think we have a bigger battle on our hands. Steeler fan is first to join us here on the battlefield. And a lot of people are just excited and ready to see how this battle will unfold. This is a very interesting map that I drew. We got a river here on the map. We got Polish forces. We got some tanks. But right now, we got a little help from the event cards and such. So in the last battle, the Polish just ran away. We won that battle yesterday without firing a shot. So by winning that, we got 10 SO points. If we destroy a total of 4 battalions, we will gain another 7 tonight if we win. So right now we're at a poor evaluation. We have 7 victory points right now. This one here, this is a Fast Assault Battalion, includes 4 tanks, 4 trucks, 2 rifle squads, 2 armored cars, and 2 anti-tank squads, and they are worth 4 points. If we get 4 from there, we will get to adequate, and a good chance to maybe good and maybe possible great, depending on what we have to deal with for the final week of this campaign. Tonight we're going to complete the second week. I only planned on 2 battles for this week. Tomorrow we will go back to U-boat leader to finish that patrol in the Battle of the Atlantic. So we'll go back to U-boat leader tomorrow night with the 2 submarines that did some massive merchant shipping sinkings in the last one we did. And then we will complete this campaign in Poland, Mokra 1939 at the end of the week. And then World War II will go on the shelf for a while. At least, if I do play some more, it'll probably be on the weekends because, well, we all know what you guys want to see, and that starts Monday. Anyway, let's take a look at what we have here. So here, they have weakened armor as the effects for the week, which means that we subtract 2 from enemy tactical rolls and reduce the enemy AP unit's defense to 0. So that means that these tanks have an AP defense of 0. So that means if I hit them, they're gone unless cover saves them. Now we have 2 special cards that we kept. One of them was reckless. This one, keep this card, discard it at the start of any battle to destroy 1 enemy unit. We are going to use that in this battle right now. So this will be discarded. We can destroy 1 enemy unit. And the right thing to do is I am going to take out, you might think I'd probably take out a tank. The funny thing is that I got so much tank power today, and since the AP unit's defense is 0, that's not going to be the case. I'm going to remove this rifle unit. Came out pretty quick. I'm going to eliminate the rifle unit just like that. So it gives us an open view here. So I'm going to take out the rifle unit instead because I think the rifle unit may be more dangerous than these tanks, even though they can do damage. But if I hit the tanks, they're gone. And then we have this card, Confused Leaders. Keep this card. Discard to place 1 command tactic on any commander at the start of any future battle. We are going to do that as well. So we will discard that card. And I'm going to give a tactic out. And let's see who we're going to give it to. And there are some tactics that are on here. And let's see. We got a tactic here. We have a tactic here. And we have a tactic here. We got some experience. We have a good pretty decent team here. I think I'm going to give one of the tactics to the Panzer III, which is always good to have tanks. So here's what we have. Our roster includes 1003, which is an experienced anti-tank team led by led by Steiner. And we have 1001, which is our experienced rifle team, and he is led by Seidel. He was a new guy we replaced. We used him to replace some of the commanders that were killed. 911 is an anti-tank team, and he is commanded by Graf. 1007 experienced anti-tank team, commanded by Eschbach. He is a medic, so he reduced his stress. 1004 is the experienced machine gun team, and that is led by Schultz. 151 is our Panzer 1, led by Hahn. 391 is a Panzer 3, short-nosed. Albert is the commander of the Panzer 3. 221 is a Panzer 2, that's led by Schmidt. And 392 is the other Panzer 3, led by Schneider. So we got a pretty good group here of pretty good here. And, of course, the Polish forces are ready to go. And I know so are we. If we can defeat this battalion, we will get at least an adequate evaluation, and we will gain another 7 SO points, which gives me 17 SO points to get more units for the final week of this campaign. We still have to draw an event card now for it, and we'll do that now. And the event card is proven in battle. At the end of the week, each shaken commander in your command gains 2 experience points. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good for this at the end of the week, proven in battle. So that is pretty good there. So if we have any commanders that are shaken at the end of the week, they gain 2 experience points. And I happen to like that. So give me 1 second here as I take a look at something here. I don't know what that card was doing there. It should just be events, and they are. Okay. So we put them there. And this battalion card was the dismounted troops, and they pretty much ran away in the last battle. So let's get to it. Let's play some Tiger Leader. As I bring everything in the forefront so you can see it. And of course we have our tactical move and our turn. So turn 1 is all set to go. And of course, we also got to see how aggressive they're going to be. Now, with weakened armor, they subtract 2 from tactical rolls, and which means they could be retreating as well. But let's first find out and see what they're going to roll. So 1 to 6, they'll use a D6, and it's 7 to 10, it'll be a D10. That's a 2, so they're going to be rolling a D6. So these Polish forces are not going to be that aggressive. And with a -2, all right, they could easily be retreating. So I have a funny feeling we're going to have to charge in there and start eliminating these forces as soon as we can. The problem is this river. It takes pretty much 2 moves to cross a river, all right? So you spend 1 move to enter the hex and 1 move to get on the other side of the hex. These forces started on this side, and they advanced to the other side. So as you see, my forces are all the way at the bottom of the map, where the Polish forces are pretty much awaiting for us. So let's go to turn 1. So fast move and attack. I've got tactics, but I'm not going to do anything at this time. So let's see what the Polish want to do. So we roll for enemy move. Remember, we -2, and that is a 3. And a 3 -2 is a 1. So it's going to be a tactical move of a 1. And that is going to be Bon. We'll let my mom get that real quick. Okay. So now, we've rolled for any move. Now they have to move. So tank, anti-tank and armored cars will hold. So the tanks are not going to move. They're going to stay put. So all tanks will stay put. None of them are in range to attack anything. So they ain't doing anything. We have 2 anti-tank teams. These right here. They wound up right here in the cover. And they are going to hold. And they are not in range. So they're not going to attack. We have 2 armored cars. They're going to hold. 1 up here and 1 here. They're not going to attack. Okay. So then we go rifle, half track, and machine gun. Brian Patterson joins us here at for some Tiger Leader. So we have the rifle groups. They retreat to cover. We have this rifle unit here, and this is the heavier cover. So this unit is going to retreat. So we'll move him here, and he will not attack since there's nobody in his range. There is no more rifles. Since we're only 2 rifles, we eliminated the rifle using the reckless card. The half tracks, they retreat to cover. We have no half tracks on the board. The machine gun teams, there are none. The trucks retreat to cover. They are already at the highest, so they cannot do anything, and they will not attack. The trucks will not do anything. So it looks like these poles, and there are no anti-tank guns and no mortar. So it looks like this Polish unit, this Polish battalion is not going to come after us either. So it looks like we have to go to them. The only thing about it, we only got 5 battle turns to do this. And since I didn't really have any more SO points when I put these together, I did not have any scouts, which would have increased the length of the battle turn to use. So the Poles are not going to do anything as they just sit still in their cover, and it looks like they're going to wait for us to come to them. It says, okay, very well. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So now it's our turn. I'm going to go ahead and move we got to move these forces ahead. So 1003 is all of our forces are going to move ahead here. And they will go to, actually, we're going to move them here. Because if I move them here, they're going to wind up here. And they're actually on the other side of the river. So I think it doesn't matter. I think they're on the other side of the river. So they're going to move into here. Other side of the river. And our forces are just going to charge. We got to. We know in order to defeat them, we have to attack. The Panzer III is the only one. The Panzer III, the 2 Panzer IIIs I have are the only ones that can attack. They have a range. They have a range of 2. They could attack the anti-tank teams, and we probably might as well. So the Panzer IIIs, the 391 and the 392. 391 Panzer III, his AP attack is 7, -1 is 8, but the commander gives him +2, which is a 6. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a shot at these anti-tank teams. Actually, it's HE attack, but it's still 6s. So 391 is going to attack this anti-tank team, and he moves, so he's 8. He's 2 hexes. Actually, he needs not 6. He needs 7s because he's subtract 1 from each die roll and attacking a range 2. So they moved. So they went from 7 to 8. The commander gives them a +2, which makes them a 6. But they're 2 X's away, so they need 7s. So 391 will attack this one. Needs 7s to hit him. And we missed. So he didn't get him. 392 will do the same thing. He also needs 7s. And he misses also badly. So nobody here right now seems to have doing anything. And that's it for that. I'm not going to attack with anybody else. We just had to get them. We just had to get to them. So that's really for the first turn there. Nothing happening on that turn. So we will now go to battle turn number 2. As I said, I still have tactics. I have tactics for the experienced machine gun team, the anti-tank team, the rifle team, and the anti-tank. Do I want to move? Do I want to use them now and get into range? And I think maybe I need to. So I can attack these guys, because I don't think these guys are going with a -2 from enemy tactical rolls. All right, it could be very hard to get rid of these guys, unless of course they retreat right off the map. So right now, if any 0 shows up, they're going to lose. They're going to lose 1, 2, 3 trucks. And they count as destroyed if they leave the map. Yeah, only loyal subjects. Yeah, I know, right? That's okay, guys. I understand these games are not for everybody's taste out there. Trust me, everybody's just waiting for next Monday for the 1981 season to start. But I'm having a blast with these games. All right, so I am not going to use any tactics. I want to see what they're going to do. So let's, I'm going to not go and use any tactics. Let's just roll for movement. So let's see what they get. So they're rolling a D6, but it's -2 from enemy tactical rolls. So they roll a 2, which becomes a 0. And here we go again. 2 becomes it's a 2 minus 2 is a 0, is a 2, becomes a 0. So here they go again. So tanks retreat to cover. There is no cover for them to retreat to, so they will hold. And they are not in any range to hit anything, so they will stay put. They will not attack because they're not in range. They have a range of 2. The anti-tank units retreat to cover, and there is cover for them to retreat to. They have, this is, I'm going to say that's heavy cover. So these units will retreat. I'm going to say that's heavy cover there. So they will retreat into heavy cover and will not attack. They are not in range. They are not in range. And then let's see here. The armored cars, they retreat to cover. This one cannot retreat into any cover. This armored car cannot either, and neither can attack anyone. And that's it. The rifle units, the rifle unit says retreat, so he just retreats to anywhere. So I'm going to put him into here, and he will not attack. And then there's no half-track or machine guns. And then we have the trucks. The trucks plain retreat. So this truck retreats, he is destroyed. This truck retreats, he is destroyed. This truck retreats, and he is destroyed. So just like that, 3 trucks were already eliminated. Were already eliminated just by leaving the map. This weakened armored car is really killing the Polish forces. And this truck does retreat, though, but he doesn't leave the board yet. And that's it for the Polish units. So it's pretty much just like the first battle we had yesterday. These Polish units don't want anything to do with these approaching Germans. And maybe they're right. This German force I put together is pretty strong. So that's it for that. Now we do our turn, and I gotta get to these guys, but they're just getting the heck out of Dodge. And if they do that, that's fine. But we know the tanks, the armored cars, and the armored cars and the anti-tank units will not come off the board. They only retreat to cover. Rifle, half MGs, truck mortar are the only ones that retreat off the board. They just retreat to cover. If there's no cover, they don't move. So we know we have to get some of these guys. So it's our turn, and I'm going to go ahead and move our forces in. I'm not going to attack with anybody. These guys will move up the river here. And let's see. Let's see. 151 will hit here. 221 will hit here. 391. It costs 2 movement to cross a river. So this would be 1, and that is 2, and 1, and that is 2, because they have to cross. And the Panzer IIIs are going to take their shot. They're still 2 hexes away. So they're 2 hexes away from here. So they're going to take their shot and see if we can eliminate something. So our forces are, so the only ones that are going to attack are the Panzer IIIs, 391 and 392. They couldn't hit anything last time. Let's see if they hit something this time. I am going to go after this tank. The tanks have an AP of 0, not a defensive 2 due to the weakened armor. So we have a chance to knock the tanks out. 391 will attack the tank, and he did move, so his AP attack is 7. Becomes an 8, but the commander gives him +2, which is a 6. And he is 2 hexes away, so it becomes a 7. So again, 391 needs 7s to hit the tank. And he got 1 hit. He got a 10. Now the tank has a 0 AP defense, but he is in heavy cover, so a 2 will save him. Not this time. Bam! And we get the tank. So 391 makes up for the misses on the last shot. And we take out 1 Polish tank. So nice job by 391. 392 is another Panzer III. It's going to go after this tank. And that tank is the same thing. It needs 7s to hit it. Needs 7s to hit. So he's a 7. Actually, yes. Does he need 7s? Let me see. Panzer III. Yeah, he needs 7s. He needs 7s to hit because he moved, and the commander gives him +2 at 1 at range. So he needs 7s to hit the other tank. He got 2 hits. There we go. And the tank has a defense of 2, but it's the round becomes a 0 due to weakened armor. But he does in heavy cover, so he still needs 2s to survive. Nope, he gets blown up. Boom! And we say goodbye to another Polish tank. So nice job by the 2 Panzer IIIs that could not get to him. So nice job there. I'll take that's pretty good for the Panzer IIIs. They did good on that one. So we will reset them, and that's the end of the turn. And in order to bring this battalion down to half, we have to get them down to 13. And right now they are at 2, 4, 6, 9, 12, 11, 13, 14. So one more unit goes, they'll already be reduced to half. All right. We got to get them down to 5, this fast assault force, in order to destroy the battalion. We now go to battle turn 3. And so far, my German forces are doing a fine job here. I just can't get them into range. I am now going to use attack the tactics. One tactic on the Panzer III, 391, right here. He has a tactic. I gave it to him because he got a tactic from one of the cards. So 391 is going to use a tactic. And I'm going to go ahead and charge him right in. I'm going to go ahead and move him 1 space into here. I don't want to charge him. I don't want to charge him in there. He's 1 hex away, which actually makes him strong. So I'm just going to move him once, and he's going to fire, and he's going to try to take out an anti-tank unit from here. We got to take out these anti-tanks because we got to take out the anti-tank units now, because my anti-tank units are going to maybe harass these other Polish tank forces. So 391 moves. He gets a -1 attack when moving, so it's 7. -1 is 8, but he gets +2 from the commander, so we need 6s. And he's going to go after one of the anti-tank units. So he needs 6s against this unit. And he missed terribly with a 3 and a 2. So he misses. And do I have another tactic? I have everybody else. That was the only one. That was the only armor where I had a tactic on. So that kind of stunk that I could, with a 3 and a 2, I couldn't get him. So the question is, do I want to move anybody else? I think the answer is yes. I got to get closer, because if they're continuing to retreat, I got to get closer. 1003 is my experienced anti-tank team, and he is going to move into cover. So we'll use that tactic. We'll get him into there. And the question is, do I want him to try to take out a tank? Let's see. His -1 attack when moving, 2 stress if move and attack. And if I do that, he becomes shaken. So no, he will not attack. But it was a tactic, so he will get to fire on slow. 1001 is my experienced rifle team. I will use a tactic to get him in here because we got to get closer. We're going to take a few bloody noses, I know it, but we got to get in there. The experienced anti-tank team, 1007, he will also move into cover. And he's experienced, so we'll use his tactic. And let's see, he is -1 when moving, 2 stress if move and attack. Can't do it and becomes shaken. So he will not move and attack. He's just going to stand by. And all of our tactics have been used. So now we'll see what the Polish forces will do here. So far, they're just leaving. So They're just leaving right now. So let's, but at least this battle, we got to fire a shot. We didn't roll dice at all in the last battle. Okay, we did not roll dice at all. We did not fire a shot in anger yesterday's battle in that short, very quick against the other half of the dismounted Polish troops. They just left the board. They said they wanted nothing to do with it. So we routed them and we didn't even fire a shot. So, although this time I'm waiting to see if these guys are going to do something. All right, so let's see what they got to do. We got to roll for their movement. That's still a -2, so we get a 6, so now it becomes a 4. So now they're coming at us, and now they decide to come at us. About time. So now it looks like the Polish force is going to say, all right, we're going to go ahead and do it. The tanks advance to cover. So these tanks are coming right into us. So it looks like they said, you know what, we're sick of running. We're going to join you. And this has cover, and this is heavy cover here. So these tanks are going to come. So this tank is going to come in, and he's going to fire. So let's see what he's going to do here. As finally the Polish forces have done running, they've now decided to come at us. So this Polish tank moves against us. He will go after the best armored piercing unit that there is, and that is 1007, which is the experienced anti-tank team. So he's going to go after 1007. He did move, so he's -1. So he's got to hit a 6, so it's a 6. -1 is 7. 7's to hit. So let's see here, 7's to hit. He's in the same hex. And they also remember, now here's the thing, enemy transit +1 on tactical move rolls. You know what? I completely forgot about. They get +1. So it's only a -1 to, and you know what? That means I screwed up the whole battle. You know what that means? It means these trucks have not left. So I'm going to put the trucks back out. I forgot these forces because that means that they would not have retreated to cover. They would have just retreat to cover. They never would have left the battle. So I'm going to put these trucks back because I did not do that. I forgot +1 on tactical move rolls. So, but now this 4 will still stand because it was a 6. Actually, it becomes a 5. Actually becomes a 5 here, doesn't it? So actually, I got to change. Oh, dang it. You know what? I really blew it. All right, never mind. We'll just keep it as it is. We got to make a change. So it's really a 6 -1 is a 5 because a +1 on tactical move rolls. So we got to fix it, and we will do it now. So now it's advance if cannot attack. Well, they can attack. So this anti-tank team will still attack 1007. But now it's 1 hex away. So it's a 6. They do attack. It's a 6. They get 6s to hit. 1007. So it's advance if cannot attack. I finally figured out that I forgot that they have +1 on tactical move rolls. So he needs 6s to hit. And he got 1 hit. 1007, which is the experienced anti-tank team. His defense is a 3, but he's in heavy cover, so he needs a 5. And he's fine. He doesn't take any damage. This tank will do the same thing. He needs 6s. And he got 2 of them, a 6 and a 9. 1007 needs 5s. Needs 5s or lower. And he got 4 and a 5, so he's fine. So this time, we're getting some good defense by the cover. I want to play this game right. If I'm making mistakes, I got to correct it. So these tanks are done. Next up is the anti-tank units, which are these. The anti-tank units advance if cannot attack. They can attack. And, of course, these anti-tanks, they're going to go after the lowest HE unit. HE attack, and that actually is their range is a 1, so the lowest HE attack rating believe it or not, is 1001. It's the experienced rifle team. You would think anti-tank. They would go after the tank. You would think they would go after the tank. But if you follow the rule, they go after the unit that is the most dangerous to them. And that's the rifle squad here, 1001. That's the rifle team. Their HE attack is 5. I don't know. I would think they would go after the tank. And I'm going to have them go after the tank. I just don't understand that. I'm going to have them go after the tank. I'm going to have them go after the tank. So their range is this one here is a 6. Is 6. So we need 6s to hit the Panzer 391. He got 1 hit. The Panzer 3. His defense is a 2. And there is going to be no cover here. That's 1 tree. So I'm going to say there's no cover. So he needs a 2. Nope. He's going to take some damage. And it is going to be exposed. So he is exposed. So 391 is exposed now. And this one is done. This anti-tank will also attack him. And his range, and he needs 6s. And he got 1 hit. 391 needs a 2 or lower. And he got it. There's a 2. All right. So no damage to the tank. So these anti-tank units don't do anything more. The armored cars advance if cannot attack. The armored cars can. They're gonna attack the tank. Well, actually, they have a better chance of hitting the infantry with a 7. I'm going to have him go after the experienced rifle team, 1001. So 1001. So they are a hex away. So they need 7s to hit 1001. And they got 1 hit. 1001 is a defense of 4, but he's in heavy cover, so he needs a 6 or lower. Nope. He is going to take some damage. The cover didn't help him. And he is mowed down. Wow. Mowed down. That armored car just eliminated 1001. Unbelievable. What a time for me to pull that. Mowed down. That armored car just eliminated my experienced rifle team. It killed Seidel and 1001. Oh my God. Dang. That armored car went brrr and just blew him away. Holy cow. Well, the Polish forces were tough. The next armored car, advance if cannot attack. This armored car cannot attack. He will advance, and he'll advance into the heavy cover. So he will do that, and he will attack. So he needs a 7. He's going to go after. He is going to go after the machine gun. Now the machine gun team is not in range at 1003 or 1007. He will go after. They have the same defense, so I'm going to have them go after. They're both anti-tank teams. So they're both anti-tank teams. So I'm going to have them, even though 1003 for some reason shows a rifle team and not an anti-tank team. So obviously that's probably a misprint on the card. But either way, they'll go after 1007, which is an anti-tank team. So they moved. So they have a 7. They moved. It's a -1. So they need 8s to hit. And they got 1 hit. 1007, his defense is a 3. With cover is a 5. And he survived, and no problem. So that armored car is gone. Is done. We then go to rifle. The rifle unit says advanced to cover. So he will advance into here. He is in range of the Panzer, but he can't. Well, he can't attack the Panzer. He needs to be in range 0, so he will not attack. And then we have the truck and the mortars. The trucks have a cautious advance. So cautious advance. Attack only if by doing so it cannot be attacked. Yeah, if they advance, they can be attacked. They can be attacked, except for this one. He can advance to here because he cannot be attacked by either one of these units or these guys here. He will advance. He will not. He will not. And he will not. And that is it for the Polish forces. Yeah, that's like a punch in the gut. That was. All right. So, because I didn't follow the rules perfectly, I get +1 on the tactical move rolls. Those trucks are back on the board, but that's okay. We've eliminated already 2 Polish tanks and a rifle squad. So now it's our turn. So let's do some damage. All right, so slow move and attack. We have 2 anti-tank forces here. 1003 is an experienced anti-tank team. He will attack. He'll go after this tank here. His AP attack is 5. He has -1 from the commander, though, so we need 6s to hit him because it's a recruit commander in charge of 1003. So we need 6s to hit the tank. And roll 2 3s. Jeez, come on. So we lose there. Now 1007 will go after the tank. 1007 is an experienced anti-tank team. He just needs 5s. The commander is 0, so he needs 5s. Oh, God. And a 3 and a 1. And he misses. And he misses. Terrific. All right, 391 I have up here. He is the Panzer III. He's exposed. I gotta move him, actually. I actually have to move him. So, I actually have to move him because he's going to be hit badly if I don't move him. He can move 2 hexes. He can move two hexes. And he can move 2 hexes, but I'm only going to move him 1. And I'm going to move him here. Take him out of range of these anti-tank teams. And I'm going to try to attack this rifle squad that's there. So he moves to the side there a little bit. And his HE attack is 7, -1 is 8, but +2 is 6. He moved. He no longer is exposed. So I need 6s to hit the rifle squad. 2 double 10s. There we go. The rifle squad is a 2. He's in heavy cover. He needs 4s. And no, he gets a 2, but he gets a 5. We eliminate the Polish rifle squad there. So we get a kill for that. 392 is the other Panzer III. And he has got to do something here too. He can move 2 hexes. I don't have to move. I can hit the armored cars from this area. I don't have to move 392. He doesn't have to move. He would be a 6 in order to hit anything there. If he moves, it's still a 6 because he moves. What do we do here? .392 is going to move 1, 2. I'm going to move him into cover. Hopefully the anti-tank teams, 392 move into cover. So he moves, so it's a 7, and I'm going to have him go after one of the anti-tank teams. So I'm not worried about that much of the armored car. The anti-tank teams are more dangerous in this case. They have lower hit values against armor piercing. So 392 is going to go after this anti-tank team. He did move, so his is 7, -1 is 6, but +2 from the commander. I'm sorry, 7 -1 is 8, but +2 commander is a 6. So we need 6s to hit this anti-tank team. And I get a 2 and a 5. I can't get rolls. I can't hit anything. I can't get rolls. All right. 911 is an anti-tank team. And he's got to move, but he cannot attack because commander is cautious. 1004 will move into here as well. He is the machine gun team. He can attack, move and attack, and he's got a tactic. He can move and attack, and I'm going to do that. I got to get something out of here. So 1004 is going to move in. We're going to put 2 stress on him. He can handle the stress. Can handle the stress. His HE attack is 1, -2 attack is 3. And -1 the commander is 4. And I'm going to have him go after an anti-tank team. So he needs 4s to hit an anti-tank team. A 6 and a 6, 2 6s, that's good. The anti-tank team is a 1. He's in cover, heavy cover, so we need 3s to survive. Nope, we got him. Brrr. We take out 1 anti-tank team, and that's huge. So a nice job there. 221 is my Panzer II. He has to cross the river. That's all he can do, and so can him, the Panzer I. And they are too far away. They are too far away to hit anything. So that is it for my movement. Wow, that was painful. I can't get the hits. I cannot get the hits. And that is it for turn 3. We're already down to turn 4. And I have 1 tactic left on the experienced machine gun team. I'm probably going to use it. So we go to turn 4. The experienced machine gun team is 1004. We're going to use that tactic that he has. And we're going to have him go after the anti-tank team, of course. All he does is HE attack. So his HE attack. So he needs a straight 1. He needs 1s to hit him, which he automatically will do because it's a 1. So although actually that's not true. The commander is a -1. So actually I need 2s to hit him. I actually got to roll. So I need 2s to hit him, and I got it. The anti-tank team is a 1, but he's in heavy cover, so he needs 3s. And we got him. We got a 9, but a 2. And the machine gun unit goes ahead and takes out the other anti-tank team. And that could be huge. That could be huge. And he gets to go again on this turn. All right, so we're dwindling away these Polish units. We've pretty much taken out their infantry. We just got some tanks, a couple armored cars, and their trucks are still on the move. But are they reduced to half? I think they are. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 13, 14. Not yet. They are still at 13. This fast assault unit is still not half yet. But let's see what they do. They get to move. So remember, now it's only going to be a -1 because you subtract 2 from the tactical rolls, but +1 on tactical move rolls. So it's only a -1. They get a 4, so it becomes a 3. So now we go to here. So let's see what they're going to do. The tanks advance to cover. They advance to cover. This is heavier cover than where they're at. These tanks are going to come in here. So here come the tanks. They're going to try again this time. So advance to cover. So here comes 1 tank. And he gets to move. He gets to attack. And he is going to go after the anti-tank. I think he would go after the anti-tank team. Got 1004, 1003. and 1,007. He'll go after the anti-tank team. It doesn't matter which one. They have the same defense. So I'm just going to have him go after 1,007. 1,007. So he needs sixes. He needs sixes, but he moved. So he needs sevens. So he needs sevens to hit 1,007. And he missed. This tank will do the same thing. He will also advance to cover, which is heavier cover than where he's in. He also needs sevens on 1,007. And he got one hit. 1,007, his defense is a 3, but in heavy cover, it's a 5. And he's fine. Took a 1. So the tanks are in there, but the tanks, by moving in that close, that could probably seal the fate of the Polish tanks. Now we go to the armored cars. The armored cars will also advance to cover. So they're also coming into here as well, believe it or not. These armored cars are also going to advance to cover. Heaviest adjacent cover towards closest friendly unit. So these armored cars are coming in as well. So here come the Poles. Here comes their big charge. So this armored car will move in. And his better attack is against HE. He's going to go up against the machine gun team, 1,004. So 1,000. Well, actually, his armor piercing is more dangerous to him. He would actually go after the anti-tank team, I think. So he'll go after 1,007 anti-tank team. The armored car has a 7, but he did move, so he is 8. So he needs 8s to hit. And then he misses. And this armored car will do the same thing. Getting a little crowded in that hex. He also needs 8s. He got one hit. 1,007 needs a 5. Yep, he's fine. So these armored cars moved in, but they were not able to do anything. And we got a very crowded hex here, which hopefully on the next turn, we're going to make that very uncrowded. Next up is there are no rifle. There's the trucks. The trucks will hold. And the trucks will not attack. These trucks will not be able to attack 392, the Panzer, because they do not have armor piercing. So the trucks will hold. They will stay put. So now we move to our turn here. This is battle turn 4, and I think this is going to be the key turn. We're going to try to eliminate everybody in this hex if possible. And with armor-piercing units, it could be pretty good. So let's find out and see what we're going to do. First up is going to be 1,004. That is the experienced machine gun team. Unfortunately, he cannot hit anybody in that hex. The experienced machine gun team is only an HE attack, so he cannot hit anybody. And if I could move him out, and that might be the right thing to do to get him close to the truck. He cannot attack because he's cautious. So 1,004 is going to move out of the hex. He's going to move into light cover and maybe go after the trucks if he can on the next turn. But he will not attack because the commanding officer of that machine gun team is cautious. Next up is 1,003. That's the anti-tank team. He will go after the tank. 1,003 at a range of 0. And it's experience. So his AP attack is 5. And he gets he just needs 5s to hit the tank in front of him. So he needs 5s to hit the tank in front of him. And he got an 8 and a 7. The tanks, remember, have an armor-piercing unit rating of 0. So they only get the benefit of the cover. So the tank needs a 2, not 4. He got a 1, but he didn't get the 3. That didn't save him, and this tank is gone. So that tank is gone. 1,007 is the other experienced anti-tank team. He also needs 5s to go after this tank, which he will do. So he needs 5s to hit him. Change up the dice a little bit. So he needs 5s. And he got it 7 and 10. He hit him. The tank needs 2s. Nope. And this tank is gone. Boom. So the Polish have now lost all 4 battle tanks in this battle. So nice job there by the units there. They decided to come in there and play, and they couldn't do the damage. Now 911 is the other, 911 is my other anti-tank team. He doesn't have to move. He can do what he needs to do. He's going to go after this armored car. 911, his AP attack is a 6. His range is a 1. So he needs 6s to hit one of the armored cars. And he got a 4 and a 5. He missed. 221. 221 is my Panzer II. He has an AP attack of 8. He's going to stay put. He's going to attack the armored cars. He's not going to move. He has an AP attack of 8. The commander gives him +1 at range, which is 7. So he needs 7s to hit the armored car, 221. And he got him, a 7 and a 9. The armored car is a 0. He needs 2 2s to survive. Nope. And that will do it. Boom. He's out of there. So now we have one armored car left, Polish armored car left. And with this now, if we eliminate one more unit, this battle is over. This battle is over because right now they're down to 6 points. And in order to destroy the battalion, they need 5 left. So if we destroy one more unit, this battle is over and the Germans will hold the field, albeit at the cost of another experienced unit. So let's see. So these guys attacked. They attacked. 221 attacked. 151 is my Panzer I. And his HE attack, he has no armor piercing, so he can't do any damage to armored car, to the armored car. So he is going to move to here and hold. He will not do anything. Now we have 392 and 391. 391 is my Panzer III, and his AP attack is a 7, and he gets +2 at range as a 5. He does not have to attack. He does not have to move. He can hit any one of these guys, and he's going to go after. He's going to go after the truck. His HE attack is one of the trucks. His range is 8. His range is 2. So his HE attack is 7. He needs 5s. So he needs 5s to hit this truck. A 9 and a 7. The truck's defense is a 1. He's got no cover. If we blow the truck up, it brings the battalion level down to 5, and this battle is over. Fire! Kaboom! Got him! Blam! And that will do it. 391 gets the big killer shot and destroys the truck at the top. The other truck, you got 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 is all that's needed to destroy the battalion. This fast assault force has been neutralized. We have routed the Polish. The Germans once again hold the field. Got a little interesting there as the Polish forces decided to charge into us, but that turned out to be an undoing to them. And we did that in 4 battle turns. So the Germans once again hold the forces against Poland. And it looked like the way the dice were rolling, it looked like it was not going to go as well as I hoped it would. So we're going to get 4 experience points, 4 victory points for destroying the fast assault force. That will move us 7 plus 11. That will move us automatically from poor to adequate for the evaluation. So we're only 2 away from good from that. And it is the end of the week. So this unit has been neutralized. So now we got to find out who we're going to attack from there. As there are only 3 Polish forces yet in this section. And we have to do enemy operational movement. And first, let's find out. However, we got to see. We have to see, however, now, proven in battle, at the end of the week, each shaken commander in your command gains 2 experience points. I'm going to have some shaken commanders, so I got to keep this card aside. But we do get to pick another event card to see what happens at the end of the battle. Next battle, add 2 to the attack rolls and treat 1 stress counters as no effect for HE units for elite infantry. Whoa. Next battle, add 2 to the attack rolls and treat 1 stress counters as no effect for high explosive units. My infantry units just got nasty for the next week. Oh boy, in the next battle. Wow, I got to keep that aside. Oh boy. We add 2 to the attack rolls and treat 1 stress counters as no effect. That's big for the infantry. So we got to keep these cards, as I got to go ahead and see what we're going to get as I continue this cutoff campaign for Poland Mokra 1939. Wow, how about that? Let's go ahead and move the battalions and let's see what happens here. I will do that with you guys here. So we'll go ahead and we'll move the battalions and see if they do anything. So we'll take them off. We got large armor force, which is 1A, going after a big time battalion now. Yeah. So let's see. So this unit, we also got an extra 7 SO points for destroying our 4th battalion. So 1A is assault. So let's see what they're going to do. They're a 6, so they will advance to the front. 8S is sappers. They're fixed. They don't move. And last up is command supplies, and they're fixed as well, which is 9S. They stay in the enemy rear. I'm sorry, in the enemy breakthrough. Enemy breakthrough. So it looks like the next battle has to be against the large armor force, unless I want to go after the sappers. In order to do that, I have to pay just 1 SO point to attack them. They're in enemy transit. So I may go after the sappers and maybe take out the armor force. The sappers are worth 2 points. The armor force is worth 5, so it'll be 7. 7 would get me a great evaluation if I win both. I could either go, what about commands? I could go after command supplies. I could go after them, but I don't think of this because this is the final week of the battle. So I think I need to take out both of these guys, I think. I need to take out the sappers and the large armor force. The sappers should not be a problem. 4 rifle, 2 anti-tank, and 4 truck. At the end of the move battalion step, advance any. Oh, and at the end of the move battalion step, advance any 1 non-fixed battalion. So actually, 1A comes here into friendly transit, and that's minus SO2 points. That's true. I forgot about that. So they advance any 1 non-fixed battalion. So actually 1A's enemy transit. So I'm going to lose now 2 points to that. So I definitely have to take out 1A. I definitely have to. I may go after the sappers first. So I think I got to take out both. I got to take out both of these in order to have a great evaluation for the campaign. Right now, if I just take out 1, I definitely have good. But if I take out both, we could have great. So the sappers and the large armor force will be the next 2 battles for this camp. I have to check and see. I think I can buy another Panzer III. So I'll have to add it up and see, because now I have to get another unit. So I will take a look and see what happens. So there will be, so that's what's going to be for week 3 of the cutoff objective for Poland Mokra 1939. So the schedule will be tomorrow. We will go back to the Battle of the Atlantic for a U-boat leader. We'll finish the Battle Begins patrol with the 2 submarines we used. So we'll go back to U-boat leader tomorrow night to complete that patrol. Hopefully, as we send the submarines back out to see if we can have a good finish to the patrol there. And then Thursday will be Thursday and Friday will be the final 2 battles in this campaign. And then Saturday or Sunday, I'm not going to do anything. And of course, Monday, well, we all know what starts Monday because that's what everybody's waiting for. But that's okay. I'm looking forward to Monday as much as everybody else is. So the Germans hold it here. Steeler fan Brian Patterson, thank you for joining me here. Please leave a like on your way off the battlefield. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we'll see you tomorrow night for some U-boat leader as we go back to the Battle of the Atlantic to complete that medium campaign we did for that. The Germans hold the fight here against the Polish forces. Can we get a great evaluation in this objective? We'll have to find out in a few days. Until then, everyone, have a good night.